Specialist hospital, which at the moment has reached 67% in the civil works. What we are about doing now is the equipment of the hospital. Now the work slowed down because until you identify and get in the equipment before you are able to conclude the physical structure so that you do not undertake abortive construction work. Now, the specialized care covers virtually every branch of medicine: neurology, nephrology, oncology, all the specialized care. So, Your Excellency, the Honorable Commissioner, sir, the architects of this project will take you through the model to show you the various segments of this hospital. Thank you.
Radiation. The oncology has been extracted and it's a separate building on its own. So this area now, we have the fertility clinic. So far, the emergency ward is this way for accident victims. And all the theaters are on the upper floor. We have about 4 theaters. And there's a physiotherapy unit. Apart from the physiotherapy unit, there's also this way linking the mortuary. This is the mortuary here. And from the mortuary, this is the maintenance ward. And that's the generator house. This is a water treatment plant, and they will have about 4 entrance gates into the hospital itself. So like the PAMSEC has rightly said, we've got into like 70–75% completion of the civil works. Thank you, sir.
The Honorable Minister, just as I indicated, the concept behind the establishment of this hospital essentially is to provide specialized care to the people of just not Kaduna but the country. And this is actually aimed at stemming the tide of people going outside seeking for medical care. Hence, right from inception, is described as a specialist hospital. And one of the main factors that will make it very effective is the fact that after the equipping of the hospital, interested, credible investors will manage and run the hospital in partnership with the state, in order to sustain the quality of care that will be provided. All the various branches, particularly often causes people outside, who go outside to seek care for treatment and management of cancers. So there's a very elaborate oncology unit that will take care of all of this. So essentially, we want to see that Nigerians stay at home and get managed whatever ailments they might have.
Yes, actually what is going on here, based on what they have said, we're waiting for the equipment, because right now the equipment is under the 2012-2014 borrowing plan of the federal government, which the IDB is going to provide the funding for the equipment on the installmental cell arrangement, which the Federal Executive Council has already approved. The National Assembly has also approved. And what we are waiting for now is for the federal government to sign the loan with the IDB, and then from there we get the equipment. Until the equipment are installed, then we cannot continue, so that we don't reach a point where the equipment, when they are there, we have to break the building in order to install the equipment. So basically what is stopping us in completing this project is the issue of equipment.
Do we have? Much as I appreciate the effort of your government, I must put that on record. I'm worried that a structure as this, as ambitious as it is, the issue of road, water, perhaps light infrastructure were not taken into view when the construction began here. And it's an experience some of us see every day across our country. We open up new areas, we're not putting infrastructures on ground. That is one. Two, and I'm also worried, hospital today has become a social business, and because it's a social business, government will know, and governments are not good businessmen, how you can manage this thing, spend money, at the end of the day, and transfer ownership and the day-to-day run into the private hands, is worrying to me. I would have thought that from the word go, it would have been a PPP, a PPP project. Thank you.
I don't think we need to respond on this issue, and all the roads, the water, the sewage system, and as well as the electricity are on the way, because we are still discussing with different developers and also different interested people. And very soon what will commence in this site, because when we are coming in, you have seen some of the buildings that the state government is doing for the workers and the less low-income earners. So this thing is still on the pipeline, and the government is working hard to ensure that, yes, we provide infrastructures and also develop this site. A lot of people have been given sites to do on site and services, and very soon this place will come up. Then on the issue of, if you look at this building, the idea was for the government to build and also to allow the private sector in order to partner as a PPP. And that is why, if you look at it, it's more of a commercial nature. And even the facility that we're taking from the IDB is a commercial in nature, but with a 0%, zero interest, but only on commission basis. So we are mindful of this, and the government cannot put this kind of structure and manage it itself. It's going to be very, very difficult for government to manage. And that's why we're looking, and we're still sourcing for hospital managers to come and partner with us.
Well, Your Excellency, this is a very good project. Completing it will be very, very good for the people of Kaduna State, the people of Nigeria. Medical is still an area we need further investment. We have a specialized hospital here with consultants, and that is the point. So this is the time to begin to look for those who will manage, especially the expertise that we require. I'm aware that we have approved the facility for this hospital at the Federal Executive Council, and I'm sure that by the time the facility comes on board, I'm sure in the next 1 year or so, when we come here, the environment will look completely different. I will advise that this is the time to start planting trees, to look at the environment. When we were at the NDA, I mentioned the same. We have been discussing this also in the vehicle with you. So that by the time this hospital takes off, the trees are growing, environment, is well shaded. So those ones, I believe, we can start thinking about them now. Otherwise, this is a very good project, and we wish you success in completing it so that the people of Kaduna and all Nigerians will benefit from it.